All of us racers are really concerned about our reaction times, right? So we decided to develop a segment of the show that is exactly that, reaction time. We're going to throw a photo, a video, any number of pieces of content in front of myself and our co-host every week and just get our natural reactions to it. This week, I've thrown a photo in front of these two that I think maybe we'll get a reaction out of them. I'm not totally sure. That stone-faced Mike Galimi is a little bit hard to get a rise out of, but I'm going to try here. So we're diving into this right now, clicking the link and checking this thing out. I hope you guys enjoy, or at least get a little bit of are taken back a little bit by this photo from the Drag Illustrated archives. This is from an issue I think we printed in 2005 down in Wichita, Kansas. I gotta ask, Alex, you're our wheel woman extraordinaire. Would you climb on one of these Top Fuel Harleys, especially after seeing something like that?
I mean, I hate to say never, but no, look at that. I mean, like, that's happening at the starting line before we're even making a pass. So, like, that, what can happen down further track, a couple 100 miles an hour? No.
Mike, how about you? Would you diving into one of these? You climbing on the back of one of these things or not?
Definitely not. No questions asked. Those guys are out of control, crazy.
Wait, do you ever think about this type of thing happening, Mike, when you're down around the starting line or in the staging lanes taking photos? Like, these guys wear like ballistic vests, not photo vests, ballistic vests. So what do you feel a little bit? I mean, have you ever caught yourself in like an awkward moment where you're like, oh, this seems like it's sketchy, I'm going to take 10 steps back?
Several times. Yeah, you're only 10 feet from the cars, whether they're nitro cars or nitro Harleys, pro mods. Anything can happen, even in a street car. And, stuff gets slung off cars all the time. And, as a photographer, that risk is definitely there. But going in. So it's always, head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
Alex, do you think about that? Like when you're in the staging lanes, getting ready to make a pass and you're walking around all these cars, sometimes they're struggling to start or backfiring. Do you ever catch yourself like taking a couple steps back because you know what could happen?
Yeah, and I think like sometimes we become too comfortable, because you don't see something happen for a little while. But I think it's something definitely to keep in mind. And I know for me too, when I'm sitting in my car, about to make a pass, I think about like, because I do all my own work. So I think about like, what if this happens? What's this happen? What can happen here? So like, being at the starting line too, the same thing is going through my head. So yeah, for sure.
Well, this to me looks like a classic, did I tighten that fitting moment, right? Where somebody's probably going to have to answer for this after the fact, man. Because, the response to this photo after we printed it was like monumental. People around the world were calling and asking questions and inquiring, is that guy okay? Fortunately, he was okay. We wouldn't have run the photo, of course, if it wasn't. But it's a big reminder of how crazy the action isn't just on the drag strip, man. It's all over the place.